Hello, how are you? This is the readings for the weekend. Another weekend's coming. Can't believe it. Weeks are rolling by, aren't they? We're using this deck today for our relationship message. And it's really nice because we've been working through with the oracle cards that I've got, and we're back to using the wolf deck again today, so I'm really happy about that because I love this deck. So what do I want to say? I have got a problem today with downstairs. There's dogs down there, and they're little, very cute little dogs, but they are constantly barking, and they've been barking all morning. So I have left a note on my neighbour's door about it because it is so loud. It's actually affecting my mental health. But we're going to crack on and do the readings because, you know, hopefully it's not too loud for you. I think it doesn't luckily sound as loud over the, you know, over the filming. You will hear it, but it's not as bad as it is for me in here. Yeah, that's it really. I just thought I'd just say, if you do hear dogs, it's not my dogs, it's downstairs, and my neighbour's actually looking after them, I think, for her brother. They're not actually her dogs, so I really hope they're not going to be there long, because I don't think I can mentally. I know we're all in this soul family together on this channel, and we are very super sensitive, and I'm very super sensitive to noise, as well as other things like lights. I'm very sensitive to light, but I'm extremely sensitive to sound, so it's really playing havoc today with my mental health. But I just, you know, I know that's happening on one level, but on another level I'm deep in spirit. So poor little Gilbert, he's been a bit unsettled by it because he doesn't like, he's so calm and he never barks. He's such a calm dog, but and he's a pug. If you haven't seen Gilbert before on camera, he does walk around. He's walking around at the moment, so you'll probably see him in a minute. But he's such a calm dog. Beautiful he is. The only time he barks is when he hears other dogs bark, because that worries him. He thinks he's protecting me. So now I'll go and get the other deck, because I need to go and get the deck for the energies. So I'll just go and do that. And I'm sending you lots of love wherever you are on Gaia. You know, it's just a constant challenge for us, particularly in this soul family. You know, we are here. If you resonate with this channel, and I say this a lot, but if you do resonate with this channel, you're probably in the same soul family as me. And we are very sensitive, okay? We need lots of space for ourselves. We need lots of peace and quiet. We're a little bit crazy and eccentric. We're a bit unconventional. So we've all got very different lives. I don't think I've really met anyone in this soul family in the, how many years have I had this channel now? 4.5 years, because I set this channel up when the channel was already set up when I was with my husband, but I wasn't doing it as a tarot channel. It was more like a channel about angels and fairies and things like that, because that's what I was really into at the time, and that's how I had my spiritual awakening, through angels and then fairies. And of course spirit. I was going to a mediumship circle at the time as well, and that's what the channel was about. It was about angels and fairies. But then when I left, me and my husband split up 4.5 years ago, that's when I turned it into a tarot channel, because spirit had already been communicating with me for about a year, sort of prepping me for that. And when I moved in here, this flat, it's nearly 5 years ago now, I knew I would be running the channel from here, and spirit said to me I'd probably be here for about 10 years, and I've nearly been here for 5 now. So it's quite interesting. They told me I'd be here for a very long time. So, but with those dogs downstairs today, I think the time that I'll be here will get shorter and shorter. I'm joking. I think she's just looking after them but I will be having words with her later because I literally cannot mentally cope with that sound. But yeah, that's what got me talking about the soul family, and we are very sensitive to all sorts of things. You know, we're very sensitive to energy, to noise, to light, to, I don't know, crowded spaces, all sorts of things we're sensitive to, aren't we? And it's important to recognise that and validate yourself if you're very sensitive, because that's the way spirit has made your form identity, you know, and that's what we're like in this soul family. And then so that means it's important for us to disidentify and be within spirit. Okay, we have to have space. When I say disidentify, what I'm talking about is always finding space for yourself is very, very important. Because within space you connect deeper into spirit, you see. But equally we do have to acknowledge the form identity, and if the form identity is very sensitive, we have to always caretake for that form identity, because that's the form identity spirit's given you. Okay, so this is what spirit has shown me as I've gone through my spiritual awakening deeper and deeper. And it's no good just thinking that you can disidentify from the matrix and just exist within spirit, because then you're in resistance to your form identity, and spirit has given you a form identity. You know, that's why we're in this physical reality, you know. So we have to respect the form identity we've been given and accept it and care for it. Where I used to go wrong when I had a lower level of consciousness is that I would not care for my form identity, and I was always trying to change it because I thought there was something wrong with it. But actually there's nothing wrong with your form identity, because it's what spirit has essentially given you as an expression of source for this lifetime. So it's about caring for it. It's your vessel. You don't need to try and change it, you just need to understand it and look after it better, you know. But you do need a lot of space as well for this identification, so that you can connect deeper into spirit, because we do always need to have ourselves rooted in spirit, because ultimately that is the ultimate true reality. And spirit, of course, heals us and gives us all the love and everything like that we need, and the healing that we need. So it's important to do both, you see what I mean? So the more your awakening progresses, the more conscious you become of that, and then you're less likely to kind of neglect or abuse your form identity, because you do understand that it is part of what spirit has given you that needs to be respected, as well as, of course, your, you know, connecting into consciousness, because that's ultimately what you actually are, is the consciousness. So we do want to aim for that the most. But it's difficult to access consciousness, yeah? It's difficult to access spirit deeply if you're not caretaking your form identity, and you're essentially in resistance to your form identity. That will be a massive barrier to you going deeper into your own consciousness, into spirit. You know, so if you want a more deeper relationship with spirit, you do have to caretake and go through a lot of acceptance with your form identity. And that's why I do the astrology charts with people, because it helps us to do that, and that's how I work with it. But also, you know, tarot will always show you, because tarot is a lot of the time talking about our spiritual involvement, but a lot of the time it's talking about our life in the 3D. So that helps us to see, well, what is spirit saying I need to do for my form identity, you know, and then you're sort of co-creating with spirit. So the tarot cards are great, astrology charts are good. Obviously other people have got other ways of working. other, you know, other spiritual workers. So you have to decide how you get drawn, don't you? And what you think is beneficial and the way you want to figure it all out. But that's kind of how I work, and it's what I've found the most helpful. So let's start the readings. I'll just get my little notes out. It's been quite good just talking because it's taking my mind off that barking sound. It's 111 on my clock right now. Okay, so I'm sending you lots of love and peace. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for giving the video a thumbs up. Yeah, let's go into Taurus first of all. Okay, so Taurus. Oh, I've got the wrong thing out. What am I doing? Sorry, everybody. There we go. Right. So it's just my list of zodiac signs because people often go, oh, you've missed this person or you've missed this sign. And I do appreciate it, by the way, when people do that, because sometimes I don't, if I put the time stamping up very quickly in a rush, I sometimes don't realise I've missed somebody out. Okay, so we're going to go into Taurus. Let's see what we get for Taurus for the weekend. Okay, so you've got here the Ten of Cups and the Empress. So feeling more positive and content within yourself, and actually learning to accept yourself more and more and more, which is most likely going to bring you blessings, and it's going to enter you into a new beginning in your life, which you probably really, really would like. Okay, so if we're not happy and content, you know, we tend to stay quite stuck, or we tend to be in resistance to ourselves. But I can see here Taurus is learning to be more content and happy within yourself, and your energy is becoming more mature spiritually, more spiritually mature, and you're learning to accept the unknown and accept yourself, which is what the Mother of the Tarot is able to do. Spirit, in terms of your relationship, Spirit is saying it's something to do with your heart chakra at the moment. You begin to feel your heart beat faster when you are close. Okay, so there could be somebody that does feel very close to you, and you're helping their heart chakra to open. Okay, but ultimately, I mean, you may resonate with that, you may not. If you don't resonate with it, that the other message is always going to be about yourself. And that something you're doing at the moment with yourself is helping your heart chakra to open. The heart chakra is the central chakra, they do say, that connects the lower chakras to the higher chakras. So it is seen as a very important chakra in terms of spiritual awakening. And obviously people talk about the heart awakening. And my gurus who I follow do talk about the centre of the self being within the heart. So when we talk about the heart, we're actually talking about the I am consciousness within us. So Taurus, that is a very deep message. If I bring it all together, what that is saying is you are learning to connect more deeply with your I am consciousness, and you are getting very close to spirit at this time, which means you could be on the verge of receiving some blessings in your life. Okay, let's see what else we're getting, because the Empress for me is very close to spirit because she sits underneath the High Priestess on the Tree of Life. And also we do receive blessings for being in Empress energy. And it really looks like you're going to go for it now in terms of your long-term well-being. It's very important to you at the moment. You're very focused and driven in terms of focusing on your responsibilities and your duties, and also your long-term sort of health and well-being and abundance levels. So you really are going to go for it now. You're really going to make things happen. I feel you're getting a much better balance energetically within yourself, which is great. Okay, somebody's saying here, I know that you are the one I want to spend my life with. So it could be just a group energy, or it could be a singular energy. But the most important thing is there are energies that are being attracted to you at the moment. And it could be in any number of ways. It doesn't have to be in terms of love and intimacy. But I want to say that with this card, there are energies, situations, people being drawn to Taurus at this time. And it is because you are having some kind of deepening within the heart chakra, the I am presence. So where you are getting closer to your own self by being more within the heart chakra, you know, or if you don't focus on your heart chakra, but you're more connected to self than ever before, rather than allowing yourself to be so attached to attachments and things out there in the matrix. Do you see what I mean? You're coming deeper in here. And of course, that is a very powerful energy, and therefore you are starting to attract. You just without having to try, you will be attracting energies or people or situations that want to connect with you, you know, because your energy is definitely rising. Let's see what Spirit's helping you with at this time. Okay, White Wolf, angels are around you, talk to them. So I like that card because that is really confirmation that, you know, you are getting closer to Spirit. Like I said, with the Empress card, I know you're closer to Spirit than ever before. You're more able to accept the way things are out here, but you're also closer to Spirit. And Spirit is saying, we are closer to you. That's probably why things are actually starting to happen for you now. You know, energies out here are starting to get attracted towards you. So it looks like a good turning point for you at the moment, Taurus, in terms of starting to make things happen in terms of your long-term abundance, and your long-term health and well-being. Even money will end up being good as well. So Spirit is kind of saying to you, look, you know, you're closer. You're getting closer to us all the time. You know, talk to us more, connect with us more, even more, because we're so close. You know, we can help you more. Okay, so I hope that is useful to you, Taurus. We're going to go into Virgo next. These dogs are driving me crazy. It's just literally constantly, and it's so distracting. Okay, Virgo, let's go into your reading for the weekend. Let's see what message we get for you. Okay, feelings. Take time out to explore the deep emotions that you are feeling. So there's somebody connected to you that is starting to have feelings about something. Either their feelings about you, but somehow you are triggering feelings in another person. All right. And this is also connected to you, that you are now starting to feel and acknowledge deeper emotions that you do experience, you know, rather than blocking those feelings out or being so busy and distracted that you have no time for yourself. I feel like you're starting to create space and time to be able to acknowledge the feelings that you do have, and what does that actually mean. Okay, so that's a good thing, because we can only really accept our form identity if we do observe and acknowledge and accept the feelings we have. If we don't do that, then we are in resistance to our form identity, and ultimately that means we're in resistance to Spirit. Okay, we don't want to dwell on the feelings too much, because that can actually drop our vibration, but we need to observe them, accept them and then see, well, what can I do about this, or what can be done about this? That's, you know, what does Spirit want me to do about this, you know? Okay, so it looks here like you've been really preparing yourself for something. This is like massive preparation work. Not only that, it's like you've been through so many challenges in your life, and there has been a lot of wounds that have actually prepared you for where you're at now. And it really looks like you're going to go for something, because you've got this Queen of Wands energy, which is like, okay, I know my alignment, I've got the vision, I know what I need to do, and I'm really going to go for it. And it's like taking inspired action. So I do see you really going for something, because you have been preparing for this for a while, and you are now acknowledging the feelings that you do have and figuring out what it is Spirit actually wants you to do. It looks like you're going to be releasing something, okay, because the burden is getting too heavy for you to carry on your own. Again, Spirit is giving you permission to take action, because that is the Emperor. And the Emperor typically means that you've got the ability to actually action things, because sometimes our ego, we want to action things, but there's just like closed doors every step of the way. But here I can see in the cards, Spirit is saying, if you release something that is a burden, you are going to be able to therefore then take action, okay, which is probably what you really, I just think you're really ready to do now. Okay, let's see what else we've got here. My head isn't clear enough yet to make a decision. So there's somebody in your vicinity who doesn't have a very clear mind. They probably have a lot of mind activity. They might have a lot of karma, like karmic pain body, and it obstructs them from thinking clearly, and therefore they don't make decisions very easily sometimes, especially if they're triggered, yeah? Now, that is a mirror to you, that your head wasn't very clear either. It was hard for you to make a decision, but I think now you've got to a point where you can make a decision and you're pretty much ready to either drop the old habits or drop something and say, I'm not going to kind of carry on in the same way anymore. I am actually going to now take action to do things differently. And I think you know what your alignment is and you're ready to really make things happen now. Let's have a look what Spirit's supporting you with. Ooh, this is nice. A wolf awakening. We are spiritual beings having human experience. Yeah. So that's it. I mean, that's a bit like what I was saying in the introduction to the video. If you want to watch it, I was talking about how we've got our form identity that Spirit's given us, but we obviously have our spiritual I am presence all of the time. That's the ultimate truth. That's the ultimate reality of who we are, isn't it? But at the same time, we do have to accept we're living a human life for a reason, to sort of pay back karmas and things, and really awaken fully back to self. So Spirit is saying, at the moment, they're helping you connect, Virgo, with your deeper I am presence, but also simultaneously they're helping you to connect to your form identity and enable you to somehow move forward in the physical reality. And that looks like it is seriously going to be happening in the next few days, okay? So I hope that helps, and I'm sending you lots of love. All right. It's good news. I've got Virgo in my chart too, so hopefully that's for me as well. I'm sending you lots of love. Let's go into Capricorn then. Check my new little mug. I got that in Glastonbury. I think I might have showed it to you last week, actually. I don't know. Right, let's go into Capricorn. Capricorn for the weekend. So let's see what we get. Yin Yang. Like the Yin Yang symbol, the twin flames contain an aspect of each other's character within themselves. Don't we know? Don't we know? Now, really, ultimately, everybody contains an aspect of you, especially the people that are regularly in your reality. Yeah, they're the people that are definitely holding mirrors up to you so that you can learn more about yourself. And of course, we're human, we've got an ego, we get too invested in what's going on out there, and we forget that really it's not about what's going on out there, it's about what are those people showing me and trying to awaken within me. You know, really what it's about is me, you know. Okay, so, but there may be, most likely, there is a particular person right now, could be your twin flame, or it could be, it just might not be your twin flame, but it'll be a particular person where there's just such a strong mirror, and they, typically that means this person will trigger you. I say I feel triggered to high heaven when it happens to me. So this person deeply, but equally you deeply trigger them, and you might trigger them a hell of a lot more than you realise. And I bet you when you trigger them, they don't even probably understand why. And it probably freaks them out how much you trigger them. They can't freaking believe it. But I think, you know, in our soul family, we've got so far that we do realise that if we're triggered by that person ourselves, it's really not about them. It's about what is it in myself that I'm not still seeing, or that I'm still not really embracing, because there must be something. Let's see what else we're getting. You are arriving. You're trying to look after yourself more spiritually and emotionally. Okay, you may have been trying to be a better friend or support to others, but you're trying to be a better support to yourself. And you are going through a lot of release work at this time, Capricorn, which can be quite intense, like we were just saying, but it's so necessary. If you want to be a better support to yourself, you have to go through the purging, and that then enables you to ultimately be more present for yourself. You know, so we have to release ourselves from certain things that are false. Okay, and I'm not talking about, you know, well, there might be certain things in your life you want to release yourself from, but ultimately I'm talking about releasing yourself from false things within yourself. You know, false ideas, false concepts, false perceptions of yourself, which are really the blind spots, you know. And I think that's it. I think you're doing a lot of purging so that you can see more clearly, then you can look after yourself. Okay, now there is going to be a lot of changes going on around you, and that's in order that certain things can then happen. Okay, so there's changes going on around you, big changes, because Spirit says with the Emperor card there, you know, it's time for certain things to now happen. So really, this is all I can see. This is all happening so that you can be more true to your spiritual and emotional self. Yeah, and I feel like there's a lot of false stuff dying off so that you can be more your true self. And it does mean that there's changes going on around you, because Spirit is saying that things need to change so that new things can happen that are going to be more really how you live and who you are. Does that make sense? So that your life will be more kind of supportive to you or appropriate for you. There's a lot of intensity here. Somebody saying, can you accept me as I am? And that is also you, obviously. Can you accept yourself as you are? You know? And I think that's it. I think you've been having a very big breakthrough, that you need more clarity about who you are and really accept yourself and love yourself with the Knight of Cups. Yeah? Because that's not a page, this is a knight. You're moving through the journey. You're learning a lot more and getting a lot more skilled about how you spiritually and emotionally look after yourself. So that means certain things have to now go. You know, you can't play pretend anymore. You have to be more real, and that's why certain things are going to be changing, and Spirit is saying it's time. It's time for things to change and things to happen that are going to be much more true to who you actually are. And there's definitely somebody in your reality that's kind of mirroring that to you and showing you, you know, yeah, these are all the things that now need to happen. Okay. And Spirit is supporting you here. Oh, this is lovely. You've got the lone wolf. You are not alone. Angels walk beside you. So Spirit wants you to know that although this is a very intense time of deep change, you are not alone. You certainly can't be alone, because to get the Emperor, I mean, the Emperor is like, if you think of it, it's like the permission card from Spirit. It's like Spirit saying, yes, now is the time things can start happening. So therefore, Spirit must be close. You're not alone. So I hope that helps, Capricorn. All right, let's go into Aquarius. I'm taking ages today. Probably because I chatted so much in the introduction. Aquarius. It's helping me ignore those dogs, though. I swear to God. I literally was gonna, I thought I'm gonna bang down that door in a minute and do something I regret. Oh dear, all my shadows coming up. And they do, believe me. Right, cherish, okay. Aquarius, this is. Cherish your relationship. Somebody in your vicinity is really cherishing you right now. It could be family, friends, lover, I don't know. But it's a mirror to the fact that you are really starting to cherish yourself. Okay, which is fantastic. Or you're cherishing your relationship with yourself more. I know I am. And it's taken me one hell of a long time. So I know all of you in the soul family that watch this channel regularly, or you're resonating with this channel a lot at the moment. We are going for a huge shift this year, 2024, in terms of really finally embracing ourselves. And that is what this is all about, Aquarius. Well done. And it means you will line up with your star, okay? Because you are the star card in the tarot. And you've got here the Nine of Cups, which shows that you have been having a lot of breakthroughs in terms of how you fulfill yourself and fill up your own cup yourself. And you've kind of really done well with that. There is something you would like, and it does feel like there's nothing that will take the place of this thing. And it could be a person, or it could even be, you know, like a situation that you really, really want to happen. And it's like, until this does happen, nothing really can take the place of it. I do think Spirit is saying there's an opportunity coming up much closer than you may realise. You have got the Lover's card to the Chariot, which is really interesting because I do believe that the Chariot comes straight after the Lovers anyway. It's basically saying that you are at a crossroads, you are choosing what path to take. You may be sometimes looking too much to complete yourself or find yourself in something in the physical reality. I don't want to say a person. For some of you, it could be that you're going too deep into an attachment with somebody, because deep down it's because you want that to make you feel whole and complete. But for some of us, it's not a person. I know for me, it's not a person. I'm not going to say what it is because it's, you know, it's like my private life at the moment. I'll probably share it with you at some point. But, you know, we mustn't look too far into the physical reality to think, you know, if it happens, great. If it happens, yes, it's definitely going to help us progress. And I think it is going to happen. I think there has been this kind of stagnant period of waiting, thinking, will this thing happen, or will this opportunity come? And Spirit is saying with the Chariot card, all of a sudden, there's just going to be a lot of fast progress going on for you. So it's worth, at the moment, hanging in there, actually, because I do think, yes, it is going to happen. But it's just important to always remember to keep connecting back within to Spirit, because ultimately that's where we really do find completion, okay? Lasting completion. Things out there, yes, probably need... have needed some progress, yeah, and that's what I see in the cards, that there is going to be progress now, and it has been needed for a while. But I think before that progress could happen, you had to find certain things within yourself, and you've sort of done that now. So Spirit is going to be saying, look, progress is coming, things are probably going to start happening a lot faster than they had been, which is a relief. Somebody connected to you may have a habit of saying leave me alone, or there may have been a situation that seemed to be very far away from you and wasn't really forthcoming, but Spirit is saying that it's just a mirror, that you were not close enough to yourself, you know, like you were not really, like that first card, cherishing your relationship with yourself, you know, and you had to really fully invest in your relationship with yourself and come really super close to yourself, like this 9 of Cups card, yeah, because he's very close to himself, he's got it all, and you had to come really close to yourself in order for this situation to finally progress. And I feel like that you're having a breakthrough with that this weekend. Say pick, oh, I'm saying pick when you're ready, so I'm doing readings. I am doing a reading. Right, so let's see what Spirit is saying. Mate for life, you will forever be my always. Oh my God. You are doing something amazing at the moment, Aquarius. Some of you, yes, you may be coming very much into a relationship with yourself finally. And I do think that is the ultimate message here for Aquarius in this soul family at the moment. I feel like this is absolute confirmation from Spirit that you are now headed in exactly the right direction that you were supposed to be in. And Spirit is saying that this is meant for you. It's always been meant for you. And it's either an opportunity or it's a person. Okay? Some of you, it could be both. But that is such an amazing message to have. You know, you will forever be my always. You've had to get properly close to yourself. Cherish that relationship with yourself. Really take it seriously, what you've needed to do. And now Spirit is saying they're helping bring an opportunity or a person finally to you that is meant for you. And this is the way it is. And I'm really happy with that. Because there's something that I need to happen in my life. And, you know, I do sense it's very close. And it's been my destiny the whole time. So I'm sending you lots of love, Aquarius. I hope that helps you too. Let's go into Gemini next. It was funny because when I was doing that reading, that did make me laugh. I was so deep in the reading. I went, oh, say pick, because that's what I do when I'm reading for other people. Oh, God help me. Like, it's so funny. I'm a nutter. I'm a nutter. Right, we're going to go into Gemini now. Gemini for the weekend. Feeling more loving towards yourself, because I just saw the Cupid card. Somebody could be more loving towards you or caring towards you as well. You have got here, though, confusion, okay? You probably want to slap me for this. All seekers of truth experience confusion. Yes. Ask the divine to provide the answers that you need. Okay. So somebody connected... Oh, Now, isn't this interesting? Didn't I just say the Cupid card? And there it is, just sitting there. And I didn't even see it. It was just sitting there again on the top of the deck. Okay, so there is somebody that is feeling very caring towards you, more than you might realise. And that could be a friend, a family member, or a lover. But this is also very much directly a mirror that you're being more caring towards yourself. And you have got here also about confusion. There could be somebody connected to you who gets very confused. That when we're confused, it's basically our karma. It's our ego obstructing us from seeing clearly. Ultimately, that is karmic pain body that is obstructing us from being able to see with a high level of consciousness. So there's somebody you know that drops into a low level of consciousness and cannot see clearly at times, all right? But that is also a mirror to something that's sometimes happening to you as well. And it's taken a lot more love. The more you love yourself, the more clearly you can finally see what it is you need to do for yourself, okay? But when you didn't have that love for yourself, your level of consciousness was so low, you couldn't even see what you needed to do, okay? So there's a big breakthrough happening here for Gemini and this soul family at the moment. All right, let's see what else we get. Yeah, you've got a lot more going for you now. It's nice to see, isn't it, Gemini? You've got a lot more going for you. And it's like, yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right, actually. Doing all right on my own, thank you very much. You know, you've got it all, really. More than you may realise. You're in a good position. And you have got Spirit protecting you, all right? You've got the King of Cups here. So that is Spirit protecting you. It's also a spiritual and emotional mastery, yeah? So, yes, I think you are moving into a higher level of consciousness whereby you can then see more clearly about what you need to do emotionally and spiritually for yourself, okay? You're in a good position to protect yourself and look after yourself much better emotionally and spiritually than you used to be, in a nutshell. You're building a more solid foundation for yourself, you're reaching a milestone, and you are basically paying back some karma at this time, which is very good news. You could be signing documents and contracts or making agreements at this time, which make you feel more stable. Or you just could be noticing that, yes, you are entering a phase where it's a more beneficial period of time for you. You're feeling more stable and solid. And like I said, you are basically now able to be in a better position to look after yourself emotionally and spiritually. All right. I would say it's been a long time coming, and I would say it's taken quite a lot of groundwork to get to the point where you're now at. It's very good news. Somebody in your vicinity says, I do listen to what you say. I try to find a solution within myself. So somebody is taking a lot from you, even if they don't acknowledge it. Okay? Because we are all mirrors to each other. And there is somebody that does have a lot more love for you than you may realise, and they are also equally quite confused at times, and they can't see clearly because of their own ego, which is their karma that they have to pay off in this lifetime. Yeah, so this person in your life has karma they have to pay off in this lifetime, and that's why they're so confused a lot of the time, because they're still in the process of paying that karma back. But they are somehow learning from you, okay? And equally, you've been learning. You've been learning a lot. You've been working really hard. You've been trying to figure out the messages from Spirit. And now you're at a point where you're in a better position to look after yourself emotionally and spiritually. You're reaching a milestone, and you're moving into a more favourable period of your life. Boom. I think I translated that quite well. It's like, it is, when you're reading cards, it's like you're translating them. And the further I get into the readings, the clearer the messages get, generally. Right, dream wolves. Believe in your dreams and yourself. So, yeah, Spirit is just saying they're very close to you. I do sense somebody protecting Gemini at this time, and basically they are urging you to believe in your dreams. They're urging you to believe in yourself, as you naturally have been made by Spirit. Yeah, not the person you wanted to be in your head, but how you really are as you were created by Spirit, and Spirit wants you to believe in your dreams. So I'm sending you lots of love, Gemini. Let's go into Libra. Libra for the weekend. Let's see what we get. Enlightenment. With enlightenment, there is no separation. We recognise that we are one with the divine. So great news if you've got Libra in your chart. Somebody connected to you is starting to have an awakening experience, which is obviously going to be a great thing for you, because it just makes our lives easier, doesn't it, when other people around us are a little bit more awakened, because then we're not having to deal with their ego all the time. It's so nice. But equally, it's a mirror to you, Libra, isn't it? And you're having a lot of awakenings at the moment, and you're now able to see from a more heightened perspective. You're able to see with more clarity, so things could be getting revealed to you at this time, which make a lot more sense. You're really starting to make things happen. Spirit is sort of saying, yeah, you just had another card pop out there. You've been really starting to make things happen in your life lately. It may feel like you've got a lot of challenges, and it may feel like quite a struggle, but Spirit is saying you can do it. And also they're saying that you're now entering a new chapter. Now, you're able to, I would say 100%, Spirit is allowing you to exercise your free will at this time. As humans with ego, we think we have free will. We do to a certain degree, but if the door is not going to open because Spirit doesn't want that door to open, our free will is null and void. Do you see what I mean? So to a certain degree, we don't really have free will. But here at the moment, what I'm being shown is, Libra, you have been given the permission from Spirit to exercise your free will and move forward with something that may feel challenging at times and may make you feel quite nervous, but at the same time, you're keen to do it. Spirit is actually trying to reassure you that you're in a good position to proceed. And also there could even be somebody that's going to help you. They're saying to you, yeah, you've really got to go for this, because you will actually, this is the beginning of you doing quite well. Yeah. Now it's interesting, the external energy, somebody is saying that they are changing to be what you deserve. Now this could be a family member, a friend, or a lover. And it is a mirror to the fact that you are making a lot of changes now. There's a lot of, this is like a time of action and progress for you. And you've tuned into who you are. You're having those revealing moments. You're much more enlightened. You're seeing things more clearly. So now you're starting to take action and do the things that you know you deserve. Okay, so it's great. It's actually a very positive time for Libra in this soul family. We'll just have a look at what Spirit's supporting you with. Promise. No matter how hard the past is, you can always begin again. I love that. That so relates to me right now, in terms of what I'm basically putting into action and trying to progress in my life. So no matter how hard the past is, you can always begin again. So it's possible that you have tried to do something before and it didn't happen the first time around, or maybe the second or the third or the fourth. But it looks like now Spirit is saying this could really happen for you this time. Okay? Things look good here. So I'm sending you lots of love. And the reason why it might work this time but it didn't work in the past, is because you are now at a higher level of consciousness than you used to be. And that's the reason. So it's kind of amazing, isn't it? Okay, let's go into Leo. Okay, so this is Leo for the weekend. Look deeply within to discover your soul purpose in your relationships. So it's amazing, really, at the moment. Some people around you may be realising the part you play in their life. And that's really, for them, that's a very deep thing. And equally, you are realising, you know, the purpose that you play within other people's lives, or that they play within your life, and how that is really helping you understand yourself on a deeper level. Like, the people in your life are your gurus, and they've led you to a much deeper understanding of yourself as Spirit made you. And it's such a blessing that these people have showed up in your, you know, in your reality, because they've helped you, they've been helping you to awaken to so much about yourself and how Spirit, you know, your own karma and what Spirit's been wanting you to do. Okay, so what else are we getting here for Leo? Okay, so learning to look after yourself more and tune into yourself. You have been going very deep. This is a very deep energy here for Leo. You've been going deeper into Spirit, deeper into your emotional and spiritual world. You've been working very intuitively. You could have been working very closely with Spirit lately. You've just been so much deeper in the heart, which is taking you closer into Spirit. And I talk about that in the intro if you're interested. Now, there is some sort of mental block that you may still have about something, because that is like a mental block here. So it's not that the physical reality is stopping you. This is just mentally your own superego, which is like your critical inner parent, trying to stop you from thinking you can do something. But Spirit is saying that you are in a great position. You're in a great position to progress something in your life at this point in time, Leo. And you can really now make things happen just purely because you've got yourself into a good alignment, and you've been so much more in tune with your true self. Okay, so I don't think Spirit wants you to stay, you know, to continue with any kind of mental block about something. Spirit is trying to remove all the mental blocks and say, now is a time of progress. Now is a time where you really can achieve what you would like, whatever that may be. And somehow the people in your life are mirrors to show you to believe, you know, to believe in what you need to do. Somebody in your vicinity is saying, I'm going to tell you how I truly feel. And that could be a person, a family member, a friend, or a lover, or maybe it could be an organisation, or I don't know, some kind of situation is going to open up. You're most likely going to get information from somebody, and that is a mirror to the fact that you've been gathering more information about yourself, you know, because that's what the Queen of Cups does. And this is all about Leo going deeper. So let's have a look what Spirit's helping you with. Oh, let's see what we get. Oh, look at this. Angel Wolf. Miracles are coming your way. There you go. Isn't that amazing? Miracles are coming your way. They are just saying, do not mentally block yourself at all. It's not necessary anymore. I think you're moving past that now. You're moving much further now than that. And miracles are coming your way, okay? So I'm sending you so much love. It's such a beautiful message, Leo. Lots of love. Okay, so we're going to go into Aries now. Let me just take it off. This tea's gone a bit cold, actually. Okay, oh dear. Let's see what we get for Aries. Aries for the weekend. Surprise. You may be about to be surprised. Aries. Right, so somebody connected to you may have recently had a surprise, or they may be about to have a surprise. Equally, this is something you could be surprised about. Now, when we talk about surprises, it doesn't have to be something in the physical reality happening, does it? It could be how we have realizations, you know, and because that can be very surprising when we have realizations. And so who knows? I mean, take it however it resonates. Somebody connected to you could be having some realizations at this time that they weren't expecting, or something could surprise them that they weren't expecting to happen. Equally for you, the same. Okay, you could experience something that you're not expecting to happen, and it could actually happen, or you know, you could actually have a realization. Maybe both. It's very possible both. So it's a dynamic time. It is a time where you're moving on. Okay, you're really over a very painful period of your life where you may have felt very betrayed, but ultimately it was because you were betraying yourself, and you are so ready to move on from that. You are moving on from it, and you're moving into the light. Okay, ultimately you're not going to betray yourself anymore. You're moving forward to be much more emotionally and spiritually connected to yourself, to follow the light as spirit shows you. And it does mean, obviously, that if you're not betraying yourself, it's less likely that other people can manipulate you going forwards. There's a lot of self-forgiveness going on at this time, and also you are moving forward more smoothly the next few days. You're healing a lot. You're respecting things in the external reality in a very peaceful way, and you're getting a much clearer picture of the role different people play in your life and how you fit into your own life, but equally you understanding how spirit fits into your life. So you're getting such a better balance and understanding of things, and you're moving forward much more better. So it is an enlightening time. It's a healing time. It's everything moving now forward in a better direction, in a more peaceful way. You might not be exactly where you want to be yet, but spirit is saying you're moving into a better balance. And if you're moving into a better balance, you're going to obviously end up receiving blessings at some point, which is good. Somebody in your vicinity is saying, let me take the lead, okay? And equally, that is a message to you that you've realised you've got to take the lead in your own life. You know, you're not here to lead other people's lives. You can only lead your own. You know, you can only lead, well, ultimately spirit leads your life, but you can only lead your own consciousness. You cannot be responsible for anyone else's level of consciousness. So why waste our time on that? We can only focus on our own level of consciousness, and you're zoning in and you're so much more enlightened, and that's why you're moving forward more now, you know. You're moving in the right direction to feeling a lot more peaceful in your life, the way you're doing things now, and you've got a lot more clarity over that. And you're not going to engage in things anymore now that compromise or betray yourself. So it's a big maneuver for Aries in this soul family at the moment. And spirit is saying that you've got the enchanting wolf, magical things are coming your way. So that is absolutely beautiful. Magical things are coming your way. And you're moving into the light. And you could receive some kind of nice surprise or realisation the next few days.
So I'm sending you lots of love, Aries. Let's go into Sagittarius. Sagittarius for the weekend. See what we get for you. Temptation. Think carefully about this situation, okay? So somebody connected to you could have a temptation come over them. Temptations are desires, which are ultimately, in my spiritual path, they're called vasanas, okay? Vasanas. And vasanas, our desires, stem from the ego, the false self, okay? So somebody is being told that they need to think about that if they're noticing some kind of temptation or desire arise, and really think about, is this really who I am, or is this just the false self making me do something that I don't really need to do, okay? Now, equally, you could be also reflecting on your own temptations, your own desires, your own vasanas. And, you know, this is the card at the bottom of the deck. It's like you want to move forward in a more balanced way, okay? You really, oh my God, you really, really do see clearly now the path ahead and your alignment. And it's like, wow, I think you can feel the energy of where you want to go. And you know it's better. And you know that's where you want to go. And again, you've got the card of balance here, the Six of Pentacles. I feel, Sagittarius, you're lining up to receive blessings and to receive more support, either financially, health-wise, or just support in general, right? Just receiving more, receiving blessings based off the fact you're now moving forward in a more balanced way towards your alignment. And I think you're aware where you kept going out of alignment following desire or the vasanas, which was taking you out of the alignment. You're excited about this new balanced life. You're excited about something in your life. It's like you're enjoying yourself more. You're feeling excited. This is a very healing time for you. You're so much more peaceful. It's lovely. It's really good news for Sagittarius in this soul family. What else have we got here? I want to make this work. Somebody connected to you does really want to come together with you to make something work, and that could be a family member, a friend, a lover. It could even be an organisation, but there's something in the reality that wants to make something work with you, and that is a reflection of the fact that you've made so many realizations about what you want to make work inside yourself, and that you don't want to get pulled out of alignment anymore by temptations or desires. You know, and you really want to stay on track, because not just because you're like being hard on yourself. It's actually because you really just feel truly excited to stay more in touch with yourself, and it feels really exciting and healing for you. Let's see what Spirit's helping you with. Wolf vision. Believe in yourself and you will be unstoppable. Okay, amazing. So someone in spirit is supporting you to stay on track, to believe in yourself, and that you will be unstoppable. There's no stopping you now. You've got the Chariot card. You're moving ahead with great speed here, but balance, you know. If you notice that you're more focused than you were, it's because someone in spirit is actually really backing you up now. Okay? So I'm sending you lots of love, Sag. I hope that helps. Okay, so we're going to go into Scorpio now. I'm happy to say it's gone extremely quiet downstairs. The dogs have finally stopped barking. My neighbours had dogs downstairs and they've been barking all morning, and it was really affecting me. I think she usually comes home from work now, so they've gone deathly quiet. Thank God. I thought I put a note on her door, so oh dear. Peace and harmony. Okay, let's see what we get. Yin and Yang, Scorpio. Like the yin yang symbol, twin flames contain an aspect of each other's character within themselves. Everybody does, okay? Everybody is your guru, and it doesn't just have to be a twin flame, but there's somebody probably in particular in your life right now that mirrors a lot of things to you that help you learn about yourself, and that is such a blessing. And the great thing is you're actually going through a period of really recognizing, because that card was actually sitting underneath. So you're actually really recognizing now what these signs are and the messages. Maybe perhaps in the past you sort of knew Spirit was trying to teach you through another person, but now you're seeing it much more clearer, and I can relate to that. I've got Scorpio in my chart as well. Right, creating space here. You've been trying to slow things down and create more space for yourself, which is really wise. Spirit is confirming it is really wise. And they are sort of saying that there is a period of waiting, or, you know, being put in a situation that is a bit uncomfortable, to be fair. But it's because Spirit's really, really wanted you to wake up to some truths, okay? It's the end of you betraying yourself now. You've been hurt and betrayed by others, but ultimately you were betraying yourself. And now you're just doing everything you freaking can to work your way out of that situation. You're over it, and you're moving forward. And you're actually just putting so much good energy in every day to your life to build your life back up. You're actually even going to become an expert at what you're doing. And the only way is up now. But it's come after quite a period of time of feeling very alone or stuck. But yeah, Spirit's been working behind the scenes to put you in that situation, because they wouldn't let you move forward until you actually really awaken a bit more fully. And now you are starting to do that. And well, you might say you've been doing that for a while, but you're really seeing signs even more clear the next few days. And it's like gonna really empower you. It's great to see, and it will help you in your transformation, okay? Massively. It's going to help you in your transformation now, because you can see things more clearly, and you're putting in so much work to this. It's like you just understand really how Spirit is working with you, and you're getting I feel like you're getting a closer relationship with Spirit all the time. So you can co-create with Spirit, all right? And somebody in your life is saying that I am changing to be what you deserve. And that could be a family member, friend or lover, but it's a mirror to the fact that you're changing to be what you deserve. So that's a great message, isn't it? You're actually changing to be what you deserve. And this is what you're now starting to see in your reality, you know? More people around you, what you deserve. Okay, now Spirit is helping you with the wolf of fate, and it says love and happiness are on the way. So there you go. You're working your way out of a time where, you know, you might have felt very alone or very stuck or very uncomfortable, extremely uncomfortable. But you've taken from it what you needed to learn, and you're leaving the rest behind. And now you're just building, and becoming an expert in your own life, and moving towards love and happiness, you know, and you're understanding the signs that Spirit gives you. You're working with those signs all of the time, more and more. So you feel more positive about your life, even if it's not quite where you want it to be yet. You feel more positive, because you actually do get that sense that you're working with Spirit towards a much better future. So I'm sending you lots of love, Scorpio, for your weekend. We're going to go into Pisces now. Oh my God, the peace. So this is what it's normally like here. It's lovely. Such a blessing. Oh dear. It's lovely. Right. Pisces. Heart. You begin to feel your heartbeat faster when you are close. So, somebody connected to you may be getting closer to their own heart, which means they're getting closer to their true self, and equally you are getting closer to your true self. Okay, so there's something really lovely going on between you and somebody else, and it could be a family member, friend, or lover, but it's like you're both learning to get closer to your own hearts. Okay, so when you're getting closer to your own heart, it means you're getting closer to the way Spirit's made you. And if you're closer to the way Spirit's made you, you're actually getting closer to Spirit as well, which is, you know, it's what we all want on this channel, isn't it? Now, Spirit is saying there's an opportunity in your life right now for you to become more grounded in yourself and to really know yourself, okay? Ultimately, this is going to bring you better health and abundance levels for the future. So you've got here the Ace of Wands to the Queen of Pentacles, okay? Opportunity from Spirit to get to know yourself, because the Queen of Pentacles really knows who she is. She's really grounded. Nobody messes her around or pulls her out of alignment, because she is the Queen of the Earth, yeah? So there's great stability there and good health. So you're moving towards, you know, you're taking this opportunity to get to know yourself and to become more healthy, more abundant, and just really know yourself better. Okay, now you're feeling happier and you're getting clarity. You're seeing so much more clearly. Things being revealed to you at this time, Pisces. It's a really, really enlightening time. Seeing more clearly how to close down an old cycle. Yeah, you could be getting messages from Spirit or realizations at the moment about how to close down an old cycle of your life and now go into a new cycle, because I'm seeing an old cycle, an old karmic cycle finally closing down, and it's a massive old cycle, right? So that you can move into a new cycle. It's making you much happier. It's making you much happier to close down this old cycle, and it's all connected to you knowing yourself and being more healthy, or more abundant. See what else we're getting. Will you wait for me? So somebody in your vicinity is saying, will you wait for me? What that means is a person or maybe an organisation or a situation is sensing that you're moving forward and they don't know if you're still going to be around, okay? And equally, this is a mirror to you. You know you're moving forward, and it's like, geez, you know, you just know you're moving forward. I mean, I just think it probably feels quite crazy. There's a mad opportunity here. I can see it so clearly. And it's all since you've got closer to yourself. Yeah? You've had some kind of heart awakening and come closer to your true self. And it's just been it's opened up a massive opportunity for you to move forward. And I think I feel like you're getting the green light from Spirit. And it's going to bring you more stability, more health, and more abundance. And it's to do with your growth. Spirit is saying that they're helping you. Angels are around you. Talk to them. So keep talking to Spirit. Spirit is here helping you close down an old cycle and move into a new cycle. And they're saying, you know, you can talk to us, and you may even be able to sense Spirit, or you may even be able to see or feel what Spirit is telling you to do, you know, or something like that. Okay, I feel like you're very close to, you're getting closer to Spirit, so you're sensing how Spirit is helping you to close down old cycles and maybe what they want you to do next, if that makes sense. Yeah? Okay, so that's the message. We're going to go into Cancer now. Cancer for the weekend. Let's see what we get. Cancer for the weekend. Okay, past lives. We reunite with our loved ones over and over again through many lives. So there's either one person or maybe a few different people that are very pivotal in your life right now who you have been involved with in a past life. And that's just extra confirmation of probably that you already knew that. Equally, there's something going on inside you that you do sense you may have been through in a past life before. And I think whatever you're learning at the moment or doing at the moment in your life is very key, because probably you weren't able to do it in a past life, but in this life it looks like you're gonna crack it, you know. So that's great. I'm happy to see that for myself. Okay, now Spirit has been working behind the scenes to bring you into a new chapter for your long-term growth. Okay, and you may have had a wake-up call about your long-term well-being, or your long-term health, or your long-term stability and abundance. There's a wake-up call, decisions being made to do with your long-term progress and well-being there, you know, like your long-term stability. Spirit's been working behind the scenes to awaken you, and I think you're hearing the call, because I think the call came in past lives, but perhaps you didn't understand it in a past life. But in this life, I do feel you are understanding what Spirit is trying to wake you up to. And you might be thinking, my God, I really hope this is going to be worth it. And I think it is. Spirit's affirming that you do have the skill and the knowledge now to act towards your own transformation. Okay, you've got the Knight of Swords to the Death card. So you have got the skill and knowledge and ability to move towards your own transformation, right? I think it could happen quickly. It's funny that we've got this is quite a slow long-term energy, and then here this is a very fast energy. So it's very possible that this has been a long time coming, and all of a sudden it's going to happen, progress very fast, because Spirit is saying the time is now for transformation to take place. Okay, but yeah, it is something to do with the long term as well. Spirit is saying, oh God, Gilbert's snoring. I tell you, I'm surrounded by noisy animals today. My higher self is trying to reach you. So somebody connected to you is trying to connect with you on a much higher consciousness level. And also this is a mirror to yourself, that you are also trying to connect with yourself on a more conscious level. Yeah, you're more awakened now. You're definitely hearing the call about what you need to do for your long-term growth, and you are swiftly taking action to make a transformation happen, because you're much more connected to your higher self, and that's been a real game changer in this lifetime for you, because perhaps you weren't able to do somehow I sense you must have got blocked in a past life, and you couldn't quite understand what it was Spirit was trying to say. So you weren't necessarily going against Spirit, but you didn't quite understand. Yeah, you didn't quite understand at the time, but I think you do now. Oh my God, look at this. You're not going to believe it. You got the transformation card. It's Cancer. So it is a transformation. Yeah, Spirit is saying the time is now. You are ready for a positive change, you know, because the Death card represents transformation. So, you know, you are being led through a transformation. It's very important. They're saying tread carefully, okay? That card's underneath, and I have to read it because it's turned over. Forethought required before moving ahead. So you don't have to rush, yeah? But I think Spirit is already helping you to plan ahead of how you're going to navigate this. I honestly feel the wheels are already in motion. It's swift. It feels very swift. But you can, each step of the way, you can just plan slightly how you navigate each step. Does that make sense? But you are being guided through this. So Spirit is helping you. So there's a lot of change here for Cancer in this soul family. So I'm very pleased to report that. I'm sending you so much love and peace across Gaia, wherever you are. If you would like to book in for a reading, you're very welcome. Do contact me. If you'd like to book in for your astrology chart, to help you sort of like see clearly about what you need to do, again, you can book in for one of those. And I'm sending you lots of love and peace wherever you are on Gaia. Thank you for giving the video a thumbs up and subscribing. Peace and one love.